So let me just go on a little left turn diatribe here for a moment about a little ditty called Sunday School that is not in the Bible. Did you know this? Sunday school is not in the Bible and didn't exist until sometime in the 1800s, when some people realized there were a lot of orphans on the streets of London, and they thought, we should not let these orphans grow up without food and without reading. And so they brought them in on Sunday mornings, these poor, disgusting children who were uncared for, unkempt, and uncouth, and they groomed them a little bit and taught them to read by using the Bible to teach them to read. And now Americans think if we don't have it for all our kids to not be with their parents and with someone else who never studies the Bible except Saturday night by themselves when they're trying to figure out what to add to the candy and the craft, we think that's going to work, and then we don't understand why none of our kids take our religion seriously. You know what your child needs? They need to see the father take the religion seriously. If you can't get that, it happens. They need to see the mother take their religion seriously. How do you take Christianity seriously? Is it by going to church every week? That's where you start, people. That's not it. That's where you start. That's the baseline for we think you're a Christian, is you come to church every week. Oh yeah, here's this guy. He believes this stuff too. But for your kid to believe you believe it, you got to do more than just show up at the altar and throw some incense. You actually have to talk about it as if you believe it. You will talk about it because you do believe it. You will find that believing Christ leads you to believe the scriptures, and that they have, as I've demonstrated again and again, tremendous application to your life. Tremendous application to your life and your relationships. And this being like the beginning part of Proverbs, son, listen to me. You know what that means? It means fathers, talk to your kids. Stop putting them in front of something to do something. Stop putting somebody else to do something. You talk to your kids. But I don't understand. This is why the small catechism was invented, by the way, is because you don't understand the Bible. Because it's really, really big. Yeah, and it's great. And you can dive into it and get lost. You can find stuff that makes sense. You can find stuff that doesn't make sense. You know what's really great about the small catechism? It takes the 10 Commandments, a summary of Jesus' life and the Trinity, and the Lord's Prayer, and it just says, this is most of it. This is most of it. There's history and lore. Let me tell you the lore. There's history and lore, but when it comes to what to do today, son, let's see, Jimmy, what chaos has come upon us? I see. This is the great evil that is lying. Let us talk about how thou shalt not lie. What does this mean? It means we not speak harm of our neighbor, but instead try to protect his name, right? And if you do that with the 10 Commandments and the Creed and the Lord's Prayer, just a little bit at home, I'm going to tell you, it's going to do more than Sunday school. So, this is what I'm talking about when I'm we believe the Bible. No, we don't. No, we don't. We believe ourselves. We believe our history and our tradition. Do we believe in Jesus? Yes. But have we put in his altar all manner of false teaching and cult? Yes. And unless you checked out in the 80s, or you're Amish, I'm not sure you can be well, not me. Not me. I've been fine this whole time. I saw it the whole time. No. And so now that we're if you can see, and not everybody even sees how bad it is, right? I mean, you're watching this because you do, but not everybody does. They're completely it's just going to be normal now. If you can see how bad it is, then you can see, I hope, that trying to recover the failed programs of the era that brought us to this complete lack of biblical understanding is idolatry. Straight up. Now, you don't know it's idolatry, right? You don't realize you're asking Baal for help. But ultimately, if you're what about this thing? And it's not in the Bible right now, you're but our church needs this. And it's not what the Bible says. You're for Baal. You don't realize it. You've been swayed. You've been tricked. You've been deceived. So that's my point here. Wake up. If the scriptures are not giving you the ideas for the next 2 years, don't do anything new. Don't respond to what they sell you. Don't shift your trajectory. You're going to do that over 2 years and very carefully recognizing that the substance of what endures is worth building on. But it's not worth trying to prop up the falling down pixie stick castle we built.